Hello everyone, LRon here with part 89 of my total Terraria world Annihilation. So today is actually a pretty exciting day for me. Um, Someone found out that I am still yet to play Fallout 4, and they thought that this was a disaster of colossal proportions, or something of the like, and decided to take action to rectify this problem. So, starting today, I now have access to the game. And I guess the timing of it's pretty good in the sense that I had already recorded all of this content and cut it up ahead of time and was in the middle of voiceovering when this mini miracle occurred. Usually I don't play games that are this new. Usually I have to wait for them to be much older and much more cheap. You probably recall earlier in the Total Terraria World Annihilation that I essentially took a long hiatus to play Fallout New Vegas while everybody else played Fallout 4. I essentially saved New Vegas for when 4 came out, so that I can at least feel the hype train of the Fallout universe. Of course, I had played 3 prior, um, and generally speaking, when I was in a Fallout mood, I tended to stay within the bounds of 3, so that I would still have something that felt new to me once 4 came out. And so, in case you're wondering why I am still voiceovering and not playing, that's very simple. It's still downloading. And 24 gigs takes a metric shit ton of time to download when you consider the fact that there are as many as 10 other sources of competition, all streaming Netflix and porn. Given the fact that I am on a cruddy Wi-Fi that belongs to the bed and breakfast that I live in the attic of. So there is a mild debate going on in my head on if I'll even have access to the game tonight or not. Surely due to the fact that the game may still be downloading by the time I call it quits and go to sleep. So, to sum it up, this is the best time for me to do voiceovers because I don't have access to the game yet. I mean, yes, I've got, the rights to play, but I don't have the game itself actually in my game folders to the fullest extent required to execute the executable. For some reason, that previous sentence made me think of Borderlands 2. There is a robot that has a little cutscene, and he says, execute execution.exe. But in any case, my plan is to finish up these voiceovers, render, and then upload probably while playing tomorrow, given the fact that it'll render overnight. And so I will likely have another big hiatus between cohorts. Because I think my Dark Souls buddy is still gonna want to play a bunch of Dark Souls as well. So that means there's going to be quite a competition for the resource known as time. It's relatively easy to splice in Terraria when, the primary focus of my gaming attention span is dependent on the presence of others, and so then Terraria kind of gets penciled in as the filler. But with something on the plate like Fallout, that kind of puts a monkey wrench into things for sure. Although, I'm gonna make this vow right now that if Heroes of the Storm dares to have another event that takes me out of the Fallout universe for a month-long period of time, I will quit that. Because that was a pretty lame experience. They did that whole recruit a friend, then winter stim pack deal. Pretty much all at the same time, which resulted in a continuous month of stim pack. And being the honorary Jew that I am, I had to capitalize on that, which essentially meant that well, not got, but I was forced to stop playing New Vegas for an entire month, and that was sad because I had left myself on a pretty nasty cliffhanger, and basically, by not being able to work on against that cliffhanger for an entire month, it built up quite a bit of expectations, which led to quite a big letdown when I finally went and continued. Of course, I went into great detail on that when it happened, and just to jog your memory, it was the Sierra Madre DLC. I stopped at a particularly good point before the story developed too much, although it developed enough to, pique my interest, but it kind of all went to shit later on. But a month of build-up probably contributed to that. So I would have probably enjoyed that DLC a lot more if I got to actually finish the DLC the day after I stopped on that cliffhanger. But no. So, long story short, Blizzard, if you're listening, keep the fuck out of my way for this next few months, because I will quit if you decide to make some major event tear me out of Fallout 4. Which I guess would end up being minorly paradoxical, because at that point I wouldn't be pulled out anymore, but that's a debate for, some pothead philosopher, I guess. I'll see about occasionally splicing in some Terraria recording time, so that at least when I'm done, I'll have some form of head start to go off of. That's about it for this video. I will see you next video.